So what's up, guys? So this is the Genstech studio, actually. This is where all the tech videos are recorded, but I thought this would be perfect to showcase my 50 plus watch collection. So today we're gonna go over my whole watch collection, kind of tell you why I bought the pieces, why I love them, and maybe you get inspired by some of these pieces that you might want to add to your personal collection. Let's hop into it. So let's start with the super high-end pieces. So first off, let's start with one of my favorite watches, and this is the Rolex Yachtmaster 1. It is platinum. The lume on this thing is insane. So honestly, I have nothing but good things to say about this watch. The only downside, it is a little too much. I almost feel like a douche every time I wear this, and I can almost feel the stares every time I wear it. So it is a lot of it's an attention-getting watch, and that's kind of like the only downside to this. Which brings me to my second luxury timepiece, and it's an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak. We interrupt this video for a very important announcement. This is serious, guys. Oh, yeah, we have someone on scene right now. Guys, our new shipment of shirts are finally here, and we have been sold out for weeks, and since these are the best t-shirts in the world, you best believe we can't just make them on instant. These take time and craftsmanship to make. And since I want all of you to get a chance to try one of the best, softest, most luxurious, perfectly fitting t-shirt in the world, make sure to mark your calendar for Saturday, February 10th at 10 a.m. Eastern time. That's when our store is going to be launching live. As you guys know, last time we sold out in all of this in a matter of days. So if you want first dibs on one of these shirts, like I said, we have new colors, the fabric's even better, the fit's better, the collar's better, we have V-necks. It's amazing. If you want first dibs, make sure you mark your calendar and be ready on your computer. So back to you, Jose. That was it, guys. Now back to a regular video. This is a piece that I've been wanting for the longest, and I finally did splurge on it a couple weeks ago, I think it was. This is the 41mm one, so it is pretty big. But my favorite aspect of this watch is it's not as attention seeking. So when I wear this watch, most people don't even notice, but most people don't even look twice at it. It doesn't catch attention like the Rolex does. And I kind of like that. It's kind of under the radar. To the average guy, I might as well be wearing a Timex. But to me, I know the craftsmanship behind it, and I kind of like that. But overall, I've talked about luxury pieces before. The only reason I bought both of those, I kind of bought them as markers or as kind of like a celebration every time I hit a marker in my business or something that I've done that's big. So each one has a story, which I personally like. And I like the fact that I can like hand them down to my kids and kind of explain that to them when it gets to that point. So I kind of like that for that. So this is what I call my middle tier fashion watches. This is the type of watch you can wear every single day. It does get stares because it's a fashion piece and makes you look more stylish, but it's not in the way that it's douchey or over the top or it looks like you're trying too hard. The reality is that I call these my middle tier, but they aren't really, because middle tier is usually around the $600 to $1,000 price point. These watches are nowhere near that. These watches, you can get them for around $100. You can get them super, super affordable. Next, let's move on to the next category of watches that I have, and that is my smartwatch. I don't have a lot here. The only one that I really have is the Apple Watch. This is a great timepiece. I know a lot of people don't like this or consider it a good watch, but personally, I think I do. Having an Apple Watch is almost like a no-brainer because you're always connected. Now, would I recommend it to be your only watch? Probably not, but it's definitely a good part of any collection. Next up, this is kind of like my custom piece watch collection. The cool thing about these watches, they're all custom made to kind of like my personal taste and what I like, which is kind of why I like these. Next up, we have the watches when I'm feeling bold, when I'm feeling kind of like outside the box, or my what I call unique watches. That's where Original Grain comes in. These are the watches that even if you see, I show you a pan, these are the ones that stand apart because they're just completely different. Obviously, those wooden features really make them pop. Next up, we have what I call the luxury fashion watches. So these are high-end fashion watches. They come with a pretty high price tag, but they also come with a little bit more quality. These are the linear watches. Absolutely love these watches. They do wear a little bit small, so preferably they're a little bit more dressy than more so casual or versatile, but it's a great timepiece with a lot of quality. And finally, let's talk about the last category. Here we have what I call my low-end fashion watches. So these are the fashion watches that you'll get sub 100. To me, I love them in my collection because it depends on what I'm wearing. I can always have a fashion watch that suits it. So you can wear them all the time. Doesn't matter what you're doing, you're always gonna look stylish and you don't have to be always careful that you're not scratching it or anything like that. I kind of like that aspect of it. So in this category, I obviously have movement, but I also have the fifth. It's a little bit lower quality. And I also have my newest addition, which is Bradford Watch Co. And finally, for the cheapest watch on my watch collection, this is the first watch that I ever bought personally, my Timex Weekender. I'm never getting rid of this thing. I only spent $20 or $30 on it, and I absolutely love it because of it. Again, I bought this like when I was in high school, so it's like 5-6 years old, and it's still going. So it's an absolutely favorite timepiece of mine, and I'm never getting rid of that one. So that's it for me in today's video, guys. That's like 50 plus watches. I don't have them all laid out here because it's a lot, but that's pretty much a synopsis of all the watches that I own and my personal favorite and why I love them. That's it for me today. See you next time.